So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we get to the main event. But before we talk about the main event, we got to talk about a couple backstage segments. So backstage, we see Io Sky going up to Asuka, and both women are complaining to each other, and then they had to go away to cool off. So yeah, that's what happened there. They was just complaining to each other in Japanese and all that. But then after that, we see Dominic Mysterio going into the Judgment Day lair where Finn Balor and all them's at, and then Finn and Dominic starts getting into it because Finn wants Dominic to come up to the Judgment Day and tell him about El Grande Americano working together and all that stuff. And, Dominic was talking about how, El Grande's doing it for respect because he is the greatest luchador of all time and all that stuff. Talking about himself, Dominic, and Finn was like, yeah, what a joke, and then he leaves out and everything, all upset. And then JD was trying to explain to Dominic that, they just wanted him to come up and talk about El Grande Americano to him. So yeah, that's what they were saying there. But then after that, we get to the main event, and was LA Knight and Jimmy Uso versus Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, The Vision, in a tag team match tonight in the main event of Monday Night Raw. We get to this match, and this match, it was a pretty good tag team match, but at the ending, we see Jimmy Uso hitting a spear onto Bronson Reed. He climbs up the top turnbuckle for the Uso splash, and outside the ring, we see Bron Breakker taking out LA Knight with a shoulder tackle outside the ring, and then that distracted Jimmy, and then Bronson Reed comes up, grabbing Jimmy up on his shoulders, hitting the Death Valley driver onto him, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed defeated Jimmy Uso and LA Knight tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened there. Pretty good tag team match though. And then after that match ended, we see Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed attacking Jimmy. Breakker hits a spear onto Jimmy, and then Bronson Reed is about to climb up the top turnbuckle to hit the tsunami onto Jimmy, up until Jey Uso comes running out there with a steel chair, taking out Bronson Reed outside the ring, and then he starts beating Bronson Reed inside the ring with the steel chair. He took out Bron Breakker outside the ring with the chair, and he goes into the ring trying to hit Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed was trying to fight back, but he starts getting beat down, got knocked out of the ring as well. So that's what happened to him. And then Jay drops the steel chair down, and then he's going over there to help out Jimmy, to try to help him up and everything. But then LA Knight comes in there, he grabs the steel chair. Jay turns around, he spots LA Knight with the steel chair, and then LA Knight drops the steel chair. Jay shook LA Knight's hand. It looks like it's all over. They squashed the beef. Jay went back over there to the corner to try to help out Jimmy, but then LA Knight turns around, hitting the BFT onto Jay, laying him out. He quickly walked out the ring. So yeah, that's what happened there, with Jey Uso getting laid out at the end of Raw. But yeah, pretty good match, and what happened after the match was pretty good stuff. I'll give it all 3.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. For match of the night, I'd probably say it was Stephanie Vaquero versus Kairi Sane. That match was pretty good. Or Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. That match was really good as well. But yeah, for tonight's episode, Monday Night Raw, I'll give it 8.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good go-home show for Raw going into WrestlePalooza. So yeah, that has been my Monday Night Raw September 15th, 2025 reviews. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris McDaniels, and follow me on all my social media accounts. They'll all be down there in the description box, and I'll see you guys later for tomorrow night's NXT reviews. See you guys later. Till then.